Good evening. We're going to talk this week about progressive education, and I've made this post 3 times and I cannot get it under 3 minutes. So this time I'm going to try really hard to speed through the things that I learned this week that I didn't know. And in my written post, I'll try to address all the other things that I thought were so critical to include in my discussion in my video. I didn't realize that land grants were so focused on agriculture and mechanical education, and that actually never happened. And I didn't realize that the land grants were often used for economic development and didn't serve that purer purpose of higher education. But I don't think that's changed very much today. And that the states used them for not having to collect taxes and not having to support higher education. So one of the things that I learned is that I have to rethink my position on the federal role in state education. And I've always felt, or I felt at least 8 weeks ago, that the federal government didn't have very much right to be so interfering in the state's role in education because of states' rights. But I have changed my opinion on that because the federal government was so supportive of higher education and did so much to create public institutions that today make up our state institutions. So that's definitely a thing that I've learned and an opinion that I've changed. I do want to just point out that we have, by 1890, kind of finished up the Reconstruction period, and one thing that results from that is that the Old South has been dissolved, and it no longer exists, so the South doesn't look like it used to, and that's going to change, I think, what we expect out of education. That also opens the industrial workplace across the country and dissolves the Mason-Dixon line. So when that happens, I think the nature of education is going to have to change to meet a different kind of need. And finally, I think that the civil rights that were established via the Civil War are going to lay the foundation for women and other minorities to get not just the opportunity for education that they may have had in the past, but the opportunity for an equal education with equal quality. So those are the things that I think are most critical about this week, and the things that I didn't know that have caused me to change my opinion about some of the stances that I took early in the semester. So I'll be anxious to see if at the end of the semester I still believe that the federal government should have more control over the state institutions than I first thought. So I will talk to you all on the boards, and I look forward to a very vigorous discussion this week.